Okay, this is now the 5 minute tarot for the 31st of May 2017. And this probably will be 5 minutes. I've said that before and it always ends up longer. However, this is a kind of summary of the Celtic Cross that we just looked at in the last 5 days. So, but it can be useful to look at a Celtic Cross in terms of past, present, and future, because the third card, which is the foundation, obviously refers to the past. And the fourth card, the influence is passing away, obviously refers to the past. So it can be useful to get an idea, a sort of an overview of the situation the questioner is in by looking at the third and fourth cards together as in some way describing the past. Then you look at the first, second, seventh and eighth cards as describing the present. And then the fifth, sixth, ninth and 10th cards as describing the future. And so you don't need to be very detailed about it, but if you consider those groups of cards, you get an idea of what's going on. So with this individual, the foundation and what's passing away, we're dealing with the Wheel of Fortune upright and the Fool upright. So his past is actually quite strong. So if he wants to know how can he improve his financial situation, he's got quite a good starting point, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune upright for changes coming, good, positive, optimistic changes coming his way. And as if circumstances conspire together to produce a decent, or have in the past anyway, produced a decent set of circumstances for him to profit from or to gain by. And what did he do with it? The Fool, he was willing to take a chance, and he was willing to be adventurous and maybe grab life by the scruff of the neck or whatever, grab the bull by the horns, something like that, so that he was able to, or he was willing to cooperate with what life offered him. So he has it in him. He has in him the ability to go with opportunities that life presents. Right? Whereas if he'd got the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Fool reversed, then this would be a person who was a bit shy and quiet and timid and didn't want to take a risk and was afraid of trying something different. But because these two cards are upright, then he's got a certain amount of get up and go built in his own nature, in his character, in his personality. So that is something positive that he can build on if he chooses. Then the present, need to think of what the cards were. So the atmosphere surrounding the question was the Seven of Cups reversed. Then the opposing force is the Eight of Swords. The present position was the Empress reversed, and the influence of other people was the Page of Swords reversed. Four reversed. Oh, it's okay. We're looking at these four cards as the present, and they're all reversed. But the Eight of Swords was reversed. But even if you don't consider it reversed, we've got confusion and doubt from the Seven of Cups. We've got a sense of being imprisoned from the Eight of Swords. We've got the Empress reversed, maybe a lazy streak, or a desire for comfort and harmony, but no real desire to fight or to. I'm thinking of the Emperor relating to the Empress. So maybe the Emperor and the Empress go together, and the Emperor is the masculine side of that same energy. So the Empress likes to sit and be fed chocolates and grapes, but the Emperor is more willing to go out and fight. So with the Empress reversed, it's a bit like the questioner has doubts, feels trapped, wants to be taken care of, and then there's a certain amount of fear as well with the Page of Swords reversed. So the present position, we can maybe understand why the questioner wants to know how he can improve his financial situation, because at the moment He's stuck, fearful, doubtful, and not that motivated to make much of an effort from those 4 cards. So you can put them together like one after the other, or you can maybe come up with combinations of 2 or 3 cards to get a composite idea. But I think we get the idea. There's a big contrast between the past and what he's got in him and the present, which is, so in the past he's got get up and go and a sense of adventure. But at the moment, he's a little bit whipped, broken, fearful, and doubtful as well about his own prospects, as if he's lost connection or lost contact with that spirit of adventure represented by the 2 cards for the past. And then the future, we've got what may come is the 5th card, and so it's the Queen of Cups reversed. So we're deciding, or I'm deciding, we don't want the Queen of Cups reversed, so we're really considering 3 cards for the future. We've decided to reject the Queen of Cups because she's reversed and because she's not that honest. And we're saying that we ought to be, that the questioner, if he's going to improve his financial situation, he should take the honest way, take the high road, rather than act in an underhanded way, as the Queen of Cups might encourage him to do. So what have we got for the future? What does he have for the future? The Magician, the 5 of Batons, and the 2 of Swords, and they're all upright. So the past was good and adventurous. The present is not very good, but the future has possibilities. We've got the Magician upright for new beginnings. We've also got energy and enterprise with the 5 of Batons, because even though we might say these 5 Batons are competing with each other, at least there's energy and there's some kind of motivation to do stuff with the 5 of Batons. So that motivation, along with the ideas and the enterprise of the Magician, along with the self-control that he seems to have got back, or maybe he's got for the first time from the 2 of Swords, looks good for certainly a big improvement in the future over what's going on at the moment. And he's got a better chance of getting back to what was there in the beginning from the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool card in the past. And so if you look at these 3 cards for the future, again, ignoring the Queen of Cups reversed, who's a little bit iffy, don't quite trust the Queen of Cups reversed, but we can trust the Magician and the 5 of Batons and the 2 of Swords. So from these 3 cards, the Magician is obviously the strongest card, I think. So what we do is, or what he does is, follow the lead of the Magician, and he will be able to, whatever the lead of the Magician is, new beginnings, good ideas, follow through on your own ideas, follow through in your own thinking and analysis of the situation. So if he follows through, if he follows the Magician, which is his own inner ideas or his own inner urge to create, then he'll be able to improve his financial situation. That was it. I don't know what tomorrow will do, but it'll be something interesting, I think. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you again. Okay, bye-bye.